city budget talks underway.
But we want to make sure that Calgarians see the value for money from that.
And Calgarians can brace for another tax hike.
It's where the love of the game is built.
A new free-to-use soccer pitch is coming to Calgary. And late payments, what the minister responsible for Alberta's disability support income is saying.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Camilla DiGiuseppe.
A massive fire tonight at a northeast Calgary industrial and commercial park. Huge flames, plumes of black smoke and flames could be seen coming from the roof of a large building and could be seen right across the city. It's just one of several fires that kept emergency crews very busy on this hot and dry summer night. Good evening. First responders were put to the test tonight, responding to at least 3 fires that broke out minutes apart. A grass fire in the southeast, a garage fire in Beddington, and that 2-alarm fire in the South Airways Industrial Park. This fire broke out at around 6:30 this evening, south of 32nd Avenue, east of the Deerfoot. Calgary Fire say the structure is a mix of office and warehouse space. Businesses in the area were closed at the time, but there were workers on the roof when the fire broke out. They managed to self-evacuate, and there are no reported injuries. Calgary Fire says the fire originated on the roof and used 2 ladder trucks to battle the flames.
Fire did burn into the ceiling structure and may have compromised some of the truss, so it's unsafe to be up on the roof right now, but we do have crews making sure that fire is completely extinguished.
A fire investigator is on scene, and crews will remain at the site throughout the night taking care of hot spots. And about 10 minutes earlier, firefighters responded to a garage fire on Bedford Circle Northeast. They were met with heavy smoke and flames. Crews knocked down the fire before it spread to neighboring structures. EMS tells us a woman was assessed at the scene and transported in serious but stable condition. 2 cats were also located. One of them needed to be given oxygen by firefighters. Both are said to be doing well. An investigation into that fire is also underway. And at about the same time, firefighters were called to a grass fire on the west side of Deerfoot Trail near the Calf Row Bridge. That fire burned near the CPEKC tracks, and the tracks were closed to allow for crews to battle the flames. That fire was put out, and regular freight train service was allowed to resume. Calgary Fire were also busy today with a number of water rescues. A woman has been found after she went missing in the Bow River late this afternoon. Fire crews were called just before 4:30 p.m. after reports a woman had gone missing while river surfing around the Ivor Strong Bridge. Multiple jet boats were called in for the search. The woman was found a short time later. Councillors are looking at the next 4-year budget cycle, and Calgarians are already being told to expect another tax increase. Discussions at City Hall are so far all happening behind closed doors. That next budget cycle won't be finalized until closer to the end of the year, but councillors and city officials are already hearing pitches for departments wanting more money. We know that both the Calgary Fire Service and Fire Department are asking for budget increases. The police chief has previously said the service's ask will be significant as they hope to hire 600 additional officers by 2030. She was at City Hall today making the case to council for additional money. We also know Calgary is behind on infrastructure spending and would need billions of dollars to catch up on deteriorating bridges, roads, and water pipes. What we don't know yet is what the property tax increase will be, but we do know one is coming.
Well, we're seeing a lot of significant asks and a projected tax rate that to me is just unacceptable. So we have to look at some line item by line item, go through them all. Again, to me, public safety is very important. Your roads, your snow removal, your basic essential services, let's look at those first and then start looking at ones that we have to cut.
Those budget talks will continue, and it comes on a busy final agenda before the summer break. Council is still set to talk about a lobbyist registry and whether to increase their own office budgets. A pedestrian who was struck by a C train in southwest Calgary has died from her injuries. Police say she walked into a prohibited area of the Shaganappi Point LRT station along Bow Trail at about 4 p.m. yesterday. As the C train approached from the east, the woman walked onto the tracks. The C train operator activated the train's horn and emergency brakes, but she was hit. Paramedics rushed the woman to hospital, but she did not survive. Police say impairment on behalf of the pedestrian is being investigated as a factor. Firefighters responded to a care facility in the southeast today for a high-angle rescue. A worker on the roof of the Providence Care Center was injured and was unable to climb down. The technical rescue team and a tower ladder truck helped the worker get to the ground level. He was brought down through the inside of the building and was placed on a stretcher. He was transported to hospital in stable condition with minor injuries. 11-year-old Parker Wells remains missing tonight, but there were no visible search efforts happening today in the area where he was last seen. Police have focused their efforts away from the physical search after 12 days of extensive searching in the Thorncliffe and Knowles Hill Park areas. No pop-up volunteer tent was set up today. Police say a dedicated team of investigators continues to actively work on the file. Anyone with information that may assist in locating Parker is asked to contact police. The search continues for an 81-year-old man who was last seen hiking in Waterton Lakes National Park. Bob Toothill was last seen over a week ago near the Roe Lakes. Quinn Keenan has more.
Aerial and ground searches continue today for a missing 81-year-old hiker. On Thursday, July 16th, Bob Toothill set out to hike the Great Divide Trail from Waterton all the way to Coleman in the Crow's Nest Pass. He was supposed to arrive by July 22nd, but never made it. His family reported him missing a day later. Toothill's family says he checked in with them on Friday, July 17th. He was last seen at the Roe Lake Trail northwest of the Waterton town site Sunday, July 19th. Despite his age, a journey like this appeared to be well within Toothill's capabilities. In a Facebook post, his daughter described him as an avid outdoorsman. She claims he could easily hike 15 to 20 kilometers or more in a day. Search and rescue experts say this highlights the importance of being prepared.
Having a trip plan left with a responsible individual ahead of time helps narrow down where we think the individual might be. Sticking to that trip plan, so when you let somebody know, where you're going, the route you're taking, actually following that route and following your trip plan.
Parks Canada is concentrating their search in the western half of the national park. Southwest Regional Search and Rescue, meanwhile, is searching outside the park. Aerial resources have also been brought in. Toothill may be wearing dark blue shorts or pants, light blue shirt, and a gray backpack. Parks Canada is asking the public not to do any volunteer searches at this time. The rugged terrain can put searchers at risk and impact the ongoing search efforts. Quinn Keenan, CTV News, Waterton.
If you have any information or were in the area and saw a person that fits the description, you are asked to call Parks Canada. A 65-year-old Calgary man is dead following a fall on the Mount Temple scrambling route in Banff National Park. Parks Canada says the man was hiking with a group of people when he slipped and fell on Saturday. The group called for help and visitor safety specialists responded. Parks Canada says staff arrived at the site via helicopter and deployed a heli sling to lift him to a staging area, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. A new community soccer pitch will be coming to Calgary in the future. It's part of a funding initiative between the city, federal government, and the Canadian Tire Jumpstart charity. Moses Woldu has the details.
It's a huge announcement for Calgary minor soccer.
I couldn't think of a better time to be present for an announcement about how the sport of soccer is going to get a real kick past the goalposts. Calgarians need more soccer pitches.
Calgary is one of 25 communities across the country to receive a brand new community soccer pitch. It's part of a project through Canadian Tire's Jumpstart charity and a $2 million commitment from the federal government through Sport Canada.
We want to remove all the barriers to access for sport and make sure that everybody can participate, because it's participation that matters most in sport.
The Calgary Minor Soccer Association says the small playing area, or new mini pitch, will be similar to what we see in communities across the country.
As a youth myself, I grew up at an ODR, and there's twice as many soccer players here in Calgary, and it's finally their chance to have that gathering place and really connect with their community.
There is no decision as to when or where the new mini pitch will go, but this investment goes hand in hand with the city's game plan strategy, a vision for future and public recreation in Calgary for the next 25 years.
We've been really focused on building new recreation centers in new communities, but we now are at the point where a lot of neighborhoods, like the ones that we're in here today in Ward 4, desperately need their recreation facilities to be upgraded as well.
And CMSA is hoping to capitalize on the success of the World Cup and this announcement.
Soccer is surging. We've got over 35,000 registrations, players playing the beautiful game here in Calgary.
Moses Wildu, CTV News, Calgary.
The CMSA says participation numbers will climb to 45,000 by 2030, and they estimate they will need 7 indoor facilities by then. Calgary currently has 3 indoor facilities.
All right, today was a hot one. 30 degrees was our daytime high in the city. Tomorrow, I guess you could say a little more reasonable, but still hot. High of 27 expected. This will come with lots of sunshine. We will get a light wind, though, out of BC, Washington, and Oregon State. A lot of wildfires there, poor air quality there. And while the winds will be light, it may be enough to push in some smokier conditions. So if you do have underlying health conditions, make sure you check the air quality health index before heading out for tomorrow. Your longer range forecast is just ahead.
Thanks, Danielle. Just ahead, rising skin cancer rates in Alberta and the concerning trend doctors are seeing among some of their patients.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Central and northern Alberta keeps getting hit with severe weather. Elk Island National Park east of Edmonton is closed until further notice because of storm damage. Parks Canada says it's dealing with flooding and downed and hazardous trees which pose threats to visitor safety. The park will reopen as soon as it is safe to do so. A Calgary veteran who has been featured on CTV News several times has died. Retired Navy Captain Bill Wilson passed away on Monday. He was a gunner with the Canadian Forces on D-Day. Wilson served on the organizing committee for the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics and was the driving force behind the Naval Museum of Alberta and the military museums in Calgary. His family is remembering him as a devoted family man, mentor, and patriot who will continue to inspire generations of Canadians. Wilson was 101. Albertans expecting their disability income support payments today may have to wait a few days. Alberta's Minister of Assisted Living and Social Services, Nathan Neudorf, posted online that he's aware of technical issues affecting some August ADAP payments. He adds that the province is working to identify those impacted clients. In a statement by Neudorf's office this afternoon, it says corrected payments will be released within 3 business days of an affected client being identified. The maximum benefit under Alberta's new ADAP program is $1,740. It is heating up outside, and while many people are enjoying the warmer weather or finding ways to cool off, experts are urging us to use proper protection such as sunscreen. This comes as melanoma cases caused by sun exposure continue to climb. As Tyler Barrow reports, it's not just older people who are diagnosed with skin cancer.
The heat is here.
There we go. Other arm.
For Jillian Dykeman, she wants to protect her children from getting burned.
Sunscreen is really important. I burn very easily, so it's important in my life.
A message experts are hoping others get as melanoma diagnoses rise in the province. According to Statistics Canada, 645 Albertans were diagnosed with melanoma in 2016. In 2023, 1,065. For 2026, Cancer Care Alberta anticipates approximately 1,350 new cases. Even accounting for population growth, the case rate is rising.
One blistering sunburn during your youth can significantly increase your chances of being diagnosed later in life. Boomers, from the 60s, we're seeing those diagnoses today.
The organization held a mobile skin cancer screening recently. It made 19 stops throughout Alberta, screening over 1,200 people, detecting 151 skin cancers and 31 melanomas. It is not just older people catching it, though. The University of Calgary's Director of Dermatologic Surgery says he and colleagues are seeing a younger influx of patients.
People are coming in younger with more sun damage. There is an increased use, from just my anecdotal evidence, of tanning beds.
Scientists say UV rays from the sun, sun lamps, or tanning beds increase a person's cancer risk. The Alberta Health Law Institute analyzed approximately 1,000 TikTok videos relating to sunscreen use. The overwhelming majority promoted using it as protection, but not all.
Videos that were saying that sunscreen is either harmful for you, it's got toxins in it, and you shouldn't use sunscreen, were the most liked, the most commented on, and the most shared.
Experts recommend ignoring those.
We need to stay protected from the sun, sunscreen usage, UPF clothing, sun protective hats.
Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
The Canadian Cancer Society estimates 120 people in Alberta will die from melanoma this year. At least one Alberta diagnostic centre expects more people will seek imaging testing after self-referrals begin on Friday. The province says participating patients should be prepared to pay the full cost before reimbursement. If the test leads to a cancer diagnosis, the patient can apply for the province to reimburse them up to established rates. The province says the average cost of an X-ray ranges from $20 to $140. Ultrasounds average between $100 and $500. CT scans can cost between $250 and $1,000, and an MRI ranges from $600 to $1,200. One Canada Diagnostics radiologist expects the new policy means more tests will be conducted. The province says information about the publicly funded rates for reimbursement will be released on Friday. All right, Danielle's up next with her Skywatch forecast. The heat is going to stick around, but could we expect a bit of relief? Those details next.
Well, the story in southern Alberta anyway has been the hot, dry weather, which of course we are already at that extreme fire risk. And as the temperatures get hotter and hotter and hotter, we're even adding to that risk as we go here. For Calgary, we had a high of 30 today, but it was 34 as the high in Medicine Hat. We'll be closer to that 34 in the city by Saturday, and all communities in the southeast corner will remain in those 30s and even get close to 40 for a daytime high later this week by long weekend. That's why we have the heat warnings in place, because we're just looking at the heat building and building and building in the southeast corner. The heat warning is not in place for Calgary because for daytime highs for the next couple of days in the city, we're looking at those high 20s. Still hot, but just not as hot as all other communities. For example, Bragg Creek, Okotoks, Chestermere, and down towards the southeast corner. Again, they had lots of tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches and warnings in central Alberta because the jet stream has been dragging all of that activity up into central Alberta. It's been going on for a few weeks. They've been pummeled with storms, and that's been the pattern and will continue to be the pattern this week. And off on the BC side, poor air quality because of all the fires going on there, Washington State, Oregon State. And we may even get a little bit of that smoke here in Calgary for tomorrow. So it may even bump us up to the high level of that air quality health index at times tomorrow. It's a smaller chance because the winds will be quite light, but it may just be enough, and it's out of the right direction to push in some smokier conditions for tomorrow. Keep that in mind. If you have underlying health conditions, make sure you check the air quality health index before you head out tomorrow. There's a look at what's been happening earlier. We had all that active weather, again, directed up and around us and in through central Alberta. There's the jet stream in the letter orange here over central Alberta. What we're looking at, that's going to shift up. We're going to get an even hotter push of air from the states over these coming days, especially heading into long weekend. And also under this ridge of high pressure, temperatures are just going to continually build, especially for the southeast corner of our province. That weather pattern, though, is going to start to break apart by Sunday. So by Sunday, we will be much cooler. and it will likely kick off with some thunderstorm activity. But until then, it's just this. Everything up to the north of us, we may get some clouds here and there, but we're not looking at any active weather right through until the end of Saturday. Again, then things change on Sunday. 27 is our high for tomorrow. Again, we may have some smokier conditions at times tomorrow, but it should be less smoky on Thursday. Highs in those high 20s. We get to 31 for Friday, 33 for Saturday, and then that weather pattern shifts by Sunday. By then, just a high of 22, which is even below normal for this time of year, and likely coming with some thunderstorms.
All right, Danielle, thanks so much. Chinese Calgarian kids are getting lessons from some special instructors. Still to come, we take you to a summer camp where ancient traditions are being passed down. The Chinese Cultural Center is hosting a summer camp that opened today for 150 grade school students. For the first time, it's partnered with a university in China that sent 12 instructors to run courses. Organizers say the camp provides younger Chinese Calgarians with a valuable opportunity to better understand their culture and heritage. Kevin Fleming has more.
She signed up for the 10-day camp at the Chinese Cultural Center, and Dorothy Shen is excited to learn more about the traditional dragon dance and its drumming.
Like, they make the background noise, even though it's loud. I actually enjoy hitting the drums. I don't think I can hit it properly though.
So I think it's good things for her to learn more Chinese stuff related and get more interested.
12 instructors have been invited to the Grand Garden Summer Program, where they're focusing on teaching 5 traditional subjects. Students are learning calligraphy, music, paper cutting, dragon dance, and martial arts. Zhang Loi is teaching the students a painting technique that dates back 8,000 years.
We're bringing over 1,000 years of mixed media art of different things that we actually gathered from 1,000 years of the cultural lineage from the Chinese culture. And we are bringing it this time today to the Chinese Cultural Center in Calgary and sharing with all the young the idea of how these art forms really pass on from the oldest time of the years.
Edward Sway is excited to learn more about his culture.
That's because it's through art, and you kind of learn through the art. And once you learn that, you can keep your culture alive.
Teach all the Chinese, not only Chinese, all the young generation in Calgary, for let them to know about the culture of the Chinese here.
Here the students are learning to play a traditional Chinese instrument.
You get to learn a lot of things that I didn't even know about. Like, I've never seen or played this instrument before, and it's really fun learning how to play it.
It feels amazing to be able to connect with people in China, like in Canada, in person.
The camp runs through to August 6th. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
The Cultural Center hosted an opening ceremony this afternoon with representatives from the Consulate General of the People's Republic of China in Calgary. Local government officials and community representatives were also on hand to welcome the visiting instructors. All right, that's it for us here at CTV News at 11:30. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.